Hello and welcome to my birthday vlog. Yes, I just celebrated my 60th birthday and I'm just going to share some highlights with you of what I did. So my family surprised me with a trip to the Restoration Hardware Rooftop restaurant, which if you've been watching my channel, you know I love Restoration Hardware. So they surprised me with dinner there and it was just fabulous. I enjoyed myself so much. They surprised me with one of my lifelong friends flying in. She's also my son's godmother. And we just had a wonderful time. It was just amazing. We just took pictures together as a family and just sat down and fellowshipped and had fun. This was what I ate. The food was magnificent. It was just a wonderful time. It really was. I just cannot express my thanks enough. And then I was blessed with wonderful birthday gifts, and I'm so thankful. I got a gift card to Hobby Lobby. I got a gift card to TJ Maxx Home Goods, you know, the sister store. So I'm going to be doing some shopping, guys. So be sure to stay tuned to see what I picked up. I got some cash and a gift card to Restoration Hardware. I'm so excited. If you've watched my channel, you know I go to Restoration Hardware all the time just to walk around and get inspiration. But now I'll be able to buy something. I also got some scratch off tickets, which I'd never had before. It was fun scratching them off. I didn't win anything, but it was fun scratching them off. And I'm thankful to have had that opportunity. And then I got some charms for my Pandora bracelet as well, as a little bit of cash. So I am good to continue this birthday fun. I'll be in the stores, guys, in a minute. And then I also received this surprise from the Midwest, Chicago's Garrett's Popcorn. My cousin sent me this, so that was a very special treat. Had not had this in a long time, so I allowed myself to be bad this weekend. Now, I would have been satisfied with everything that had happened up to this point, but this is on my actual birthday. I went over to my son and daughter-in-law's house at lunchtime, and my daughter-in-law had prepared this wonderful spread here. She made some Brussels sprouts with some fig, I don't know, some type of fig puree and some balsamic vinegar, and she made some shrimp. We had shrimp tacos. They were so good, guys. I've been thinking about them ever since, so can't wait for her to make these again. They were so good. So we enjoyed lunch together, and then we took a trip to Home Goods. Of course, that what a better way to spend an actual birthday than to go to the Home Goods. So we did that. So there's going to be a haul coming soon for that. Oh my God, this Chipotle aioli was so good. Had never had that before, but it was so good. I can't wait to get a bottle of this stuff. You can tell I'm a foodie, but I enjoyed the eating and the food that I got to experience over my birthday weekend. It was amazing. It's all about, you know, new experiences, trying new foods, new things. That's what it is for me. So I enjoyed it to the highest. You know, during this weekend, I had to reflect on earlier birthdays where I would have had to be out doing something or whatever. This was the best, spending the time with my family and good friends. And that's what it's all about. After you've been around this sun 60 times, honey, your priorities change and what's important changes. And I'm thankful. So as you can see, the weekend was full of food and family, and that's just the way I liked it. But then it was time to go off to the next adventure. So then we were off to Boston for a few days and over to Martha's Vineyard, which was my first time there, and it was amazing. It was a very relaxing trip. I love the water. So anytime water is involved, the beach, the ocean, I'm in for it. And this is just what I needed to cap off an amazing birthday week. And so we just walked and sat at every park. Boston is full of parks. It's the most parks I've ever seen in a city. But we would walk a little bit, we would sit, we would watch the water or people watch or whatever. Sat on the beach a little while and just kind of observed what we saw and just enjoyed the peacefulness of it all. It was very, very quiet. With the exception of in Oaks Bluff, it's more touristy there, so we encountered more people. So, we spent very little time there, but mostly just out socially distancing and relaxing. So, my 50s seemed to go by in a blur in a sense. Really, it was just the last 2 years with the pandemic and life changing the way that it did. But it really, put things into a different perspective for me and what I value and how I spend my time and at cherishing family and friends and all of those things. It's just been interesting. I know for everyone it's been that way, and we've all learned things from what we've gone through over the last couple years or whatever. But now it's about trying to live in this new normal. And so for me, I'm just going to try to be, safe about it, but go on with some semblance of life because, this is it. This is what life is. So we have to make the most of it. And I'm just thankful to have reached the age of 60. Wow. I mean, I don't even know how this happened, guys. So if you're in your 40s or whatever, just know you'll be here soon. The time seems to fly by when you get older. Or is it just me? Do you all experience that as well? I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling old today and reminiscing or whatever. But yeah, it's just, life just kind of gets by us really, really quickly. But I'm thankful. I have my parents. My parents are 85 and 86 years old. And they weren't able to spend the weekend with us, but I did see them over the weekend. So that's a blessing in and of itself. So I'm just so very thankful. I just can't say that enough. There was just so many beautiful sights to see, and we enjoyed doing that. And people watching, just to see what crazy things some people were doing. Now, these kids here were jumping off of this pier into the water, and their friends were down there encouraging them to jump. So we sat there and watched this as entertainment for quite a while. It's kind of funny to see. And this is over at the Inkwell Beach. So if you've seen the movie, Spike Lee movie, The Inkwell from back in the day, this is where that movie was filmed. So it's a very nice place, especially to go and people watch because you see all types of sights. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You all remember Cheers, that TV show from back in I guess it was the 90s or whatever. So we happened upon the Cheers bar. That is a real restaurant and bar area to this day. And of course, I had to go in here and have lunch. So all the day's plans got changed once I saw this because I'm like, I've got to go in there. It wasn't open yet when we got there, but we stuck around in one of the parks just hanging out until it opened and we were there. It was so cool to kind of see this place. I do remember watching this show as a kid. And then we continued to walk through the parks. I don't know how many different parks I went through on this weekend, but we stopped at every one. It's so nice to not have a destination and not have that hustle and bustle and just be able to walk a little bit and see a bench and just sit for an hour or two or even 3. It doesn't matter because we had no place to go. So we were just out here just enjoying it and did a lot of people watching and just kind of seeing what sights we saw and enjoying things and walking through some of the neighborhoods too. Some of the most beautiful neighborhoods in Boston. We're back in Boston at this point. But we just saw some of the most beautiful homes and things like that and beautiful trees and all types of things. So it was a good time. It really was. Now these homes here, we checked them out and they go for $4 to $5 million. We were trying to figure out like how many units are in here, but these places were very, very spacious, like 3, 4, 5,000 square feet. And what we found is that some of the owners would buy the unit next door to them and knock out the wall just to make these huge, huge units. So needless to say, we had no business over there, but we just were enjoying to see the homes and how the other half lives. And then we went over to Harvard's campus just to experience what that was like. Beautiful, beautiful campus. Really wish I could see it in the fall. I know it's really pretty then. But we just walked around a little bit. And then when we got tired, we sat down over in the stadium, football stadium, and just kind of sat there and got winded and or got rested. And then off to the next park to sit again. I know you're probably thinking this is not a birthday turn up at all, and it probably isn't for most, but this was perfect for me, and I am just so thankful as I walk out of the 50s and into the 60s, child. This is a new decade, and I don't know what the future holds, but I do know who holds the future, and so I'm just going to live each day to the fullest, enjoy each stage that I'm at, and give God all the thanks. Thanks so much for stopping by. See you next time. Bye.